want to see the world burn. They just want to be in it because they're in it. They just want to do it because they could do it. Those are the exceptional. Those are the triers. Those are the men who break down the walls and find the gold. Those are the ones who are written about in history books. You're telling me they didn't tell Napoleon that he's going to lose against the entire world? You think people didn't come to Napoleon and say, we can't fight the whole world, Napoleon. France can't conquer Earth. And you know what he did? He took his glasses off. He looked him right in his eye. I don't care if I win. I want to go to war.
Egos are extremely important. Egos have always existed. Throughout ancient history, men, kings, went to war, and millions of people died because someone insulted him, because of his ego. Egos are a natural human thing, and they're extremely important. And the modern world tells men to not have an ego. And they do that because it makes you weak and easy to control. You can only have an iron mind if you are so sure of yourself, so egotistical that nobody can break it. So an ego is extremely important. One, because it shows who you could be. But the other reason is also because if your ego is based around beating this person, you get to go through life and be a nice guy to everyone else. People say don't have an ego because they think that if they give you an ego, you have an ego, you're going to be egotistical to the people you meet. I'm a nice guy to everyone I meet because they're not my enemy. I'm not combating against them. I'm a nice guy to every person. I'm a nice guy to every woman. I say please and thank you. I'm a nice person, but I do have a massive ego. But my ego comes into play when I'm fighting against my enemy. That's the thing about being a man. You need to get up, and it's going to be very, very difficult. The world's getting harder and harder, especially for men. It's all clout, it's all status. There's no way you're going to matter unless you get up and you work extremely hard. So I just don't like cowardice. There's something about cowardice which I think is the most disgusting attribute in a man. When I see a man who's a coward, it's just something that intrinsically I can't stand it. So if you're going through life as a man and you're looking for experiences over comfort, which is what you should be doing, which is what the great explorers of the world have always done, because they weren't looking for comfort. Comfort's at home. Experiences out there. All the sailors, all the warriors, they were looking for experiences. So I love the negative experiences along with the positive experiences. Everyone's obsessed with the positive experiences, but nobody is chasing any kind of negative experience, which is why, I chose fighting, right? Yeah. But I believe every man should be choosing to do something which is extremely hard, which they hate, which sucks, because you don't appreciate life at all without it.
And when I say that, it doesn't mean we necessarily change the world with our thoughts, but we certainly change how we perceive certain things with our thoughts. And you can live inside of your own world. And it's the only thing you're going to experience. If I imagine I'm being followed, that doesn't make anyone follow me out in the physical world. However, if I truly believe I'm being followed and I go through my life believing I'm being followed, I'm going to see the same person twice by accident. And now all of a sudden I'm paranoid and I'm being followed. My reality becomes true because I believed it. It doesn't matter if the outside world changed or not. So you can shape your reality any way you want. And when I give that example towards the negative, everybody understands it. But not enough people understand it towards the positive. And you can shape your reality to believe that every bad thing that ever happened to you was a good thing. And it's never too late to have a positive memory of a negative experience. And if you like who you are and you like the life you're living, you have to be glad for every bad thing that ever happened.
It's literally your biggest biohack.
My biggest
the future you
believe in my future self and being able to control my own brain and turn on any emotion or any chemical I want. If I want to get angry before a fight and I need the chemicals that make me enraged, I can decide that. I can also decide to be very calm and stoic when in an earthquake. It's all conscious. That's the biggest biohack of all. That's what your brain is. It's a chemical fact. It ties back into what I said earlier about I can take an L, but I can't take not trying.
So how do you actually optimize your brain continuously? So you have lack of sleep, right? You don't take supplements and you don't like doctors, so you're not testing. So you're not obsessed about this level going up and down. So how do you maintain that kind of clarity and strength in your mind?
Everyone says practice makes perfect, and I disagree with that. I think that it is reflection and analysis that makes perfection, because you can practice something, but if you don't analyze yourself, you don't get any better at it. Mm-hmm. Chess is a perfect example of it. You can play all day long, but unless you sit down and analyze your games and work out where you went wrong, you're never going to get better. And it's the same with anything like public speaking, right? There's people who have been speaking for 8 years and can't speak as well as people who've been speaking for 20 years. Why? Because someone who's 20 will watch their speech back and they'll say what they did wrong and they'll analyze every single part of it. So I think when it comes to thought patterns and it comes to life, it's exactly the same thing. I try and keep my mind optimized to get what I need done. If I'm ever in a stressful situation, I sit back and think, did I handle that the best? And if you do that long enough, you get to a position where next time a stressful situation appears, you understand it's a stressful situation, you understand the consequences, but you don't really feel the pressure that you did before. You don't panic, you don't rush, because you've been there before, you've been through it. But with enough adversity, eventually I guess you get kind of good at adversity. You just get good at it.
Guys, there's only one thing that's real in this world. It's money. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm just telling you the truth. Money talks.
Most people's egos work against them, and the way it works against them is they feel entitled. They wake up and they think, oh, I deserve a nice car. I'm a special person. I deserve a nice car. And then when they don't get a nice car, they get disheartened and annoyed. That is not the right way to use an ego. An ego should be used as in, I deserve a nice car, so I'm gonna go fucking get one. That's an ego. So this person who you've built, your enemy, he has a nice car because he has worked harder than you have. So he has a nice car and you don't have one. Whose fault is that? There should be no reason, no excuse for you to not do everything that you believe you need to do to be the best person you can be if you've properly created this enemy. You've looked at this list, 25 to 30 points long of everything this guy does. And you should look at that list and think, fuck, this is who I'm competing against. I need to start getting my shit together. And your ego should stop you from wanting to lose. Otherwise, day after day after day, you are losing to this individual. This individual is beating you day after day after day. You can't let that happen. And you only have one person you're competing against, and it's the person you created, which is nothing more than a better version of yourself.
So in your view, men should be very comfortable with conflict in life, physical or otherwise.
Absolutely. I think that the basic tenet of masculinity since the dawn of human time was your ability to fight. That was all men were for. It's all we ever did. Men were warriors.
But fighting's not always physical.
No, it's not always physical, but you have to. But you have to be comfortable with conflict. Yeah, if you're a man and you're afraid of conflict on every level, then you're not very good as a man overall, right? As a man, you have to be able to adopt conflict or deal with conflict. That's what masculinity is. That's all it's ever been. I think as a man, the only way you're gonna be happy is if you do shit you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You have to make yourself happy by looking at a mountain and going, fuck's sake. And then getting to the top and going, thank God that's done.
Yeah.
There's no other way to do it. You're not just gonna be happy by default. You have to go through pain, and if you're not prepared to go through pain, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
And it's also the way you label yourself. Like, people wake up and go, oh, I'm not happy today or otherwise. I believe happy can be quite binary. Instead of looking at it as a scale, I think unless you're distraught, unless you're genuinely about to cry your eyes out because of loss of a family member or something, unless you're distraught, which hopefully doesn't happen very often, then you're happy. You may be slightly less happy than the other day, but you're still happy overall. Like, as long as nothing bad has happened, you have to wake up and go, okay, I'm alive, my people around me.
It's a mindset.
It's a happy day. It's a mindset. It's a happy day. Okay, I got stuck in traffic, whatever, but it's a mindset. And even now, people say to me, Andrew, why don't you just take your money and just retire and just chill? I'm like, I'd be miserable.
Yeah, just chill. Sit
I
there.
can't just, I need to be, maybe I'm not fighting in the cage, now I'm fighting the Matrix and all the social media companies. I can't stop. I need something to go against. It's just like some men are born that way. Otherwise,
I think
why
that's
does Genghis Khan keep conquering?
That's just what human biology is. We're here to do shit. We're here to work.
Alright,
We're not
so
here just
We did
to
50
chill.
pull-ups.
Yeah. I'm just saying that the only life worth living as a man is a
100
man
fake
of
burpees.
dedication and purpose and
And
becoming
we did
important.
50 calories. 50 now to get 100 for that.
Welcome to Chewy Vet Care, where we know every pet is unique. That's why our expert veterinary teams offer personalized routine.
If you want to be unlike other people, you must think differently and do things different than other people do. It's very hard for you as a person to be exceptional if you think and do the same things as the normies, as the wages, as the brokies. In fact, I would argue it's near on impossible. This is the logic trap that many of you are falling into. I want to be lazy like normal people. I want to do normal things like normal people. I want to work normally. I don't want to work hard. But I want a Lambo. And I want people to think I'm exceptional with no basis behind it, with no true roots to my tree. I just want to look exceptional without being exceptional because I have no exceptional habits or outlooks. And this is why you don't have what you want, because the universe,
Aye.
God, cosmos,
All we got
karma,
left is
whatever you want to
200
call it,
push-ups,
is not
200
going to allow
squats,
you
and
to
jump
play fake for a long period of time. The only possible exceptionalism that exists in a win-lose conundrum is in between, to try. Because nobody wants to try. Whether they want to win or whether they don't want to lose, nobody likes the idea of struggle. Nobody likes the idea of pain. Nobody likes the idea of setbacks. Nobody likes the idea of banging their head against a wall. Nobody likes frustration. Nobody likes confusion. What you have to do is say, I'm the only one who doesn't care about winning, and I don't care about losing. I love trying. I just got my ass kicked. I don't care because I try my best. I love to try things. When I start a new business, people say, do you think it's going to be successful? I say, I don't know. I don't care. I love to try my best at things. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's successful or not. I'm in love with the trying. I'm in love with what nobody else is, which is the difficult, hard, confusing pain. I'm in love with the conundrum. When you love trying, you're now an exceptional person because nobody else does. Everyone wants to win without trying. Everyone wants to avoid loss without trying. You're the only guy who loves trying. And this is why when people say, I'm frustrated, I'm trying to make money and I can't make any, I say, that's a you problem. Because you should love the trying. By doing that, specifically and exclusively with all things, you are left with the best possible path forward. Then you dedicate yourself with 100% of your gumption towards said path. And by doing that, you will be monumentally successful. So you have to sit here and go, okay, I want to be an exceptional person, which means I have to think differently than the normies do. This is very simple logic. Exceptional in and of itself literally means you think differently and act differently. So the magic to life is falling in love with trying because nobody else does. This is an exceptional mindset. But to fall in love with